Hey everyone, Mundo here. If you would like to support the show, please head to patreon.com/crimeandcourtusa. Yo! What's up everyone, and welcome to episode 39 of Crime and Court USA. I'm recording this on March 30th, 2022. I'm your host, Mundo Carrillo. So, I actually don't have any news to talk about today. I just wanted to have a heart-to-heart with you guys and just kind of tell you what's been going on with me, why I've been gone for so long, and what I want to do with the podcast moving forward. So, yes, let's get right into it. I have been gone for quite a while. I started feeling bad again. As you guys may know, I do have a brain condition that makes me feel a little off sometimes. In fact, last May I had a pretty serious bleed in my brain that caused me to lose my vision, and I had to be in the hospital for a few days and stuff. And that really changed me. You know, that's just the best way to say it. That I haven't really been the same since then. I do talk about that a lot in episode 10, so I won't bore you guys with the details again. So you guys can go check that out if you like. But, you know, I started having these sort of migraine symptoms where the light started bothering me and stuff, and I just couldn't really get any work done. And, so that came with having to get meds adjusted and, all that kind of fun stuff. But now I'm feeling all right. Now I'm feeling okay, I think. We'll see. Fingers crossed. I do have some sad news to report, you guys. Lola the cancer dog has passed away. We're all kind of bummed out about that. We miss her, but, life goes on, I suppose. So as I was saying, I do want to talk to you guys about the podcast going forward. And I had a lot of time to think during my recuperation, during my time off. And I don't think I want to do crime anymore. At least, not strictly crime, Crime kind of bums me out. With just covering it all the time, doing research about it, talking about it, just kind of bums me out. And that's the way it was for me when I was a crime reporter at the Albuquerque Journal. I know I've spoken about this before, but when I was covering the case about Jeremiah Valencia, the kid who was kept in a dog kennel and later killed by his own family, the first day that those details came out about him being held in a dog kennel, I actually had nightmares that night about being held in a dog kennel. So this stuff actually does kind of get to me. And, I'm a jokester. I'm a kind of lighthearted guy. I like to just tell jokes and be goofy, and it's really hard to do that when you're talking about horrible shit, like kids getting locked in cages or people dying or, rapes or whatever awful stuff I may be talking about on the crime beat. So, I kind of have to change it up, and I am really interested in the court side of things. I could talk more about, legal stuff, but you know what? You guys don't really like that, do you? You guys want to hear more about blood and guts because you guys are sick. You're sick, damn it. I'm kidding. You guys aren't sick. You guys are lovely people. But people just love the blood and guts sort of crime stuff. And I don't know if I could really bring that to you guys full time anymore. So with that said, I think I want to do a more general news podcast. So this opens it up for me to talk about whatever I want, right? So if I don't want to talk about that horrible thing, I could talk about this other thing that's not as horrible. And knowing myself, I'm probably going to still talk about crime because that's just my background. That's sort of what I have a lot of experience in covering as a journalist, but I don't want to be beholden to that. Like when Derek Chauvin's trial was going on for killing George Floyd, that was like the biggest story in the country. I would have to cover something like that, right? Same with Ahmaud Arbery, I think, with his the trial and his death. I would just have to cover these things. Kyle Rittenhouse, I would just have to cover these things. But I don't want to cover just that. I want to open it up to more general news and to more of what I want to talk about. That's kind of the key. I want to talk about more about what I want to cover. This also opens up some guest potential. I do want to continue doing Crime Court Extra on Patreon. So instead of just having people come on and talk about not so fun stuff, I could have a wide variety of guests come on and talk about what's going on. This is still going to be a news podcast, guys. Okay, I'm not. When you think about it that way, I'm really not venturing off too much. Like I'm not starting a cooking podcast now or something like that. It's really just opening up the scope of what I want to cover each week. So it's not changing much, but the name is going to have to change. I don't think I could really operate under Crime and Court USA anymore, which sucks because I really like that name. I really like it. I don't know, one of my family members, my mom is going to take credit for that. I still believe it was my brother who came up with that, but she'll take credit. That's fine. She listens to the podcast. Hi, Mom. And that was a really good name, but I'm going to have to think of a new one now. And I think that's about it. That's about all I would need before I can start going forward. But just wanted to keep you guys in the know. I know I've been gone. I don't like really missing any amount of time. As you guys know, I feel bad about that. People started asking me where the podcast is and stuff. And, I don't like to leave you guys hanging like that. So I think I'm back in it now. I'm starting to feel better. There's some other stuff I have dealing with in my life. But for the most part, I should be able to get up and running again. Now, I understand that changing from a crime focus to a more general news focus, I might lose some people. And that's totally fine. I know there are people who are interested in crime, and that's why they listen to Crime in Court USA, because they want to, keep up on the crime news. And I understand if you guys leave, but I hope that you guys will stick with me moving forward in the podcast that I want to do going forward. With that said, you guys, I think that's all I really want to talk about today. I need to think of a name. I'm not the most clever guy when it comes to thinking about names. So hit me up on Patreon, patreon.com/CrimeInCourtUSA. I guess I got to change the name of the Patreon now. But or hit me up at Mundo Carrillo on Twitter. Hit me up with some name suggestions. I want to hear what you guys have to say about that. But with all that said, guys, I think I'm going to sign off. Remember, you could check out the Facebook page, Crime in Court USA on Facebook and Twitter, which, again, those will all be changed. But you can still get some content there if you like. Get some old episodes. You can also get them on podcast services of your choice. But until the next episode, which will be under a different name, I will catch you guys later. My name is Mundo, and I'm out. Peace.